Coming up on 6:48, it's time now for the morning rush. A man with a long list of violent charges is back behind bars at MDC. 19-year-old Joseph Toney turned himself back into the Youth Services Center after escaping on Saturday. Sheriff Allen says Toney should not have been at the center in the first place due to Toney's age. Now he's working to update codes so that adults are properly placed in MDC. An Albuquerque man is facing multiple charges accused of drinking and driving. According to Albuquerque police, Nathaniel Lucero crashed into a police car, hurting 2 police service aides on Saturday night. Lucero is now facing charges including DWI and causing great bodily harm by vehicle. A murder suspect is in custody in Santa Fe this morning. On Saturday afternoon, just after 2:30, Santa Fe police say they found 54-year-old James Duquette had been shot. Duquette later died at the hospital. Officers say they arrested 34-year-old Zachary Duquette at the scene. He's now facing first-degree murder and tampering with evidence charges. Josh.
And we're going to see plenty of sunshine across the state today. A bit of cloud coverage entering the picture late this afternoon and evening. Temperatures will climb into the mid-80s here across Albuquerque. Steph.
A homeless camp in Espanola will be shutting down this week. Officials say the camp along the Rio Grande River bank was put up and it'll be closed after drawing numerous complaints from the community. People living in the camp will have to leave by this Saturday. At this time, city leaders say they do not have another location to move them to. Albuquerque police are still searching for the suspect responsible for setting an Old Town restaurant on fire. Officials say last week's fire at the High Noon restaurant and saloon caused more than $20,000 in damages. Based on surveillance footage, police believe Stevie Maestas is responsible for that fire. There's now a warrant for his arrest. Some changes are heading to the Sandia Peak Tram after this Memorial Day weekend wraps up. Starting tomorrow, the Tram and its restaurant, 10-3, will have new operating hours. The Tram will be open daily from 9 a.m. until 8 p.m. and 10-3 will be open Thursday through Monday from 11 until 7:30, with casual dining only on Wednesdays from 11 to 4. Josh.
And taking a look at our threat index for today, only at a 2 with some slightly breezy conditions moving in later this afternoon, along with some very warm temperatures.
A popular event that brought crowds to the Rio Rancho Event Center is back on the road this morning. Brickfest was packed with hands-on activities and brick models. There were also Lego statues of Darth Vader, models of cities from around the world, and even a glow zone and Lego graffiti wall lined the room to spark some creativity for some fresh builds. AAA says our region of the country is expecting a record-breaking day of travel to close out the holiday weekend. They say 3.1 million Americans in the mountain region will hit the road for Memorial Day weekend. For those traveling today, AAA recommends you inspect your vehicle before heading home. Hospitals and medical staff in Gaza are being pushed to the limit as Israel's offensive against Hamas continues. For nearly 8 months, Israel has made Gaza's hospitals a key target, insisting it's because Hamas fighters are embedded inside. Of the 36 medical facilities that UN's Humanitarian Affairs Office tracks in Gaza, only 4 have not been damaged in strikes. Josh.
Now let's get a look at that morning drive. Maps are clear, no major accidents or slowdowns. Tracker is headed west on I-40 near Rio Grande.
A college graduate in Georgia received his degree at the hospital. Doctors admitted Grant Martin to get a transplant for a congenital heart defect just weeks before his graduation from Columbus State University. On Saturday, Grant received his degree at the hospital with staff and university officials in attendance.
Time now for the 5 facts. At number 5, AAA says our region of the country is expecting a record-breaking day of travel to close out the holiday weekend. They say 3.1 million Americans in the mountain region will hit the road for Memorial Day weekend. For those traveling today, AAA recommends that you inspect your vehicle before heading home.
At number 4, some changes are heading to the Sandia Peak Tram after this Memorial Day weekend wraps up. Starting tomorrow, the Tram and its restaurant, 10-3, will have new operating hours. The Tram will be open daily from 9 a.m. until 8, and 10-3 will be open Thursday through Monday from 11 until 7:30, with casual dining only on Wednesdays from 11 to 4. We'll have a link to where you can get more information at alwaysonkrqe.com.
At number 3, hot and a little breezy for the day today. Plenty of sunshine across the state. Temperatures will climb into the upper 80s here across the metro with winds around 5 to 15 miles per hour out of the southwest.
And number 2, a homeless camp in Hispaniola will be shutting down this week after drawing numerous complaints from the community. Officials say the camp along the Rio Grande River bank was put up earlier this year after another encampment was disbanded. As a result, the city provided 27 people from that location a place to stay, trash barrels, outdoor showers, and portable restrooms. However, the city says locals are against the camp and that there are safety concerns for those living on the property. People living in the camp will have to leave by this Saturday, June 1st. At this time, city leaders say they do not have another location to move them to. And at number 1, a man with a long list of violent charges is back behind bars after the sheriff's office says he managed to escape custody over the weekend. Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office says on Saturday, 19-year-old Joseph Toney manipulated a lock in an outside patio at the Youth Services Center, escaping at around 1:30 in the afternoon. However, Sheriff John Allen says his office was not notified about Toney's escape until hours later. Deputies say the 19-year-old turned himself back into YSC just after 1:30 Sunday morning and was taken to the Metropolitan Detention Center, something Sheriff Allen says should have been done in the first place because of Toney's age. Now he's working to update code so adults are properly placed in MDC. Toney is currently awaiting sentencing for a murder charge. The deputy county manager says 2 YSC employees have been placed on administrative leave while deputies investigate.